So today I want to talk about overcoming adversity, or overcoming extreme adversity, more applicable. So if you're someone who has been going through hard times or have got hard times ahead, you'll be able to resonate with this. So keep on watching, keep on listening, hope you find it useful. Welcome back to consecutive day 1844 of a diary of a Runpreneur. And today's topic is all about overcoming extreme adversity. So, times where you feel on the brink of collapse, or something's going really wrong, and it's really tough to kind of battle back from. This will resonate with you. But before we go into this, please don't forget this vlog is part of a fundraiser of saving the lives of children by attempting the ultimate ultra marathon of run vlogging on consecutive days, a distance of a lap of the world, barefoot style. The more people we get in front of, more money we raise, more children's lives we save, which is why I do this every single day. So back to the topic at hand, overcoming extreme adversity. So I've had a couple of pretty shocking days, to be fair. Probably a couple of the most shocking days I've had in a long time in business. And it's really kind of, you have plans, you have goals, you have ambitions, and sometimes things don't go for plan and things go horribly wrong. And it's how you kind of bounce back or recover from those which can often define us as people. It's not the successes. Successes are easy when you get there. You just ride that crest of the wave. It's the times of severe adversity that you have to overcome, which kind of shapes you as a person, shapes your personality, shapes your character, shapes what you stand for, what your values are. And I think that's really, really important. So I'm not going to go into the intricacies of what I'm kind of overcoming at the moment, but the reality is it asks you, whenever you face extreme adversity, it poses some pretty difficult questions that you need to try and find the answer to, or some pretty difficult problems that you need to find solutions for. And I've talked a lot about solving problems and my kind of acronym for doing so I'm not going to kind of go too much into that kind of side of things. That's more tactical. This is more kind of philosophical or strategic, if you like, for how you kind of hold yourself together and come through extreme adversity. So sometimes what it comes down to is gratitude and being grateful for the smaller things in life. And that's really, really important. That if you've got your health is a huge importance, and health of your family and nearest and dearest. If you've got that kind of in a good place, then straight away it puts you in a better position, because you've already got something to be so grateful for, because a lot of us take our health for granted, and it's only when things go wrong that it makes us think twice with regarding health. So health of yourself and family and friends is certainly the most important thing out there. If you've got that, you've already got something to be grateful for. Even those who are going through tough, difficult times from a health perspective, and whether it's you or your nearest and dearest, if you dig deep enough, there'll always be things to be grateful for. I've never come across a moment where I haven't had things to be grateful for, regardless of what challenges you're coming through. And sometimes, you lose family members and things. You can kind of think that, what's left to kind of go for. But then when you search the deepest, darkest parts of your soul, you realise that the individual that you've lost would never want you to be in that kind of state. So you can normally find things to grasp onto and give you a reason. And that's what I do when things get really tough, when things are challenging. You think about what you're grateful for, and you try and remain incredibly grateful for what you have, rather than what you're potentially going to lose, or whether it's a business that's going to go under or anything like that. Because that, although it seems pretty dire when it happens, generally speaking, you bounce back from those things quite quickly. It's actually the relationships, the family, the friends, the kindness, the caring, those kind of things that are not so tangible, in terms of that you can't really, that you can always find a reason to be grateful for. And that's what I do. I kind of go back to, what am I doing? Why am I doing it? And ultimately, a couple of things that are massively important to me are, first and foremost, it would be my family, the health and well-being of my family and nearest and dearest. And I think once you've kind of covered that, it's important to then, look at what else there is. And then I look at the kind of good that I'm doing through my kind of non-profit company or charitable endeavours, if you like, and the children's lives we're contributing so positively towards. That's hugely important to me. It's about doing something that means something more so to others than to yourself. Everything outside of that, in business and money and stuff like that, really kind of pales into insignificance in comparison to, helping others and the health and well-being of your family and nearest and dearest. And that always makes me feel significantly better when times are tough. And that's really, really important to kind of comprehend. So I suppose the learnings from my diary today are that when things go horribly wrong, or you're kind of tackling extreme adversity, and you're thinking that you're ending your tether, you've got nowhere to go, you're going to really, really struggle, you're falling into a dark place. What I kind of come back to is strip everything back. What is the most important thing? What's the why? Why do you do what you do? Now, quite often for most people, it will be family. If it's not family, it might be something else. If you're not sure, look at the 7 value areas of life. And one of these key values will house, what your why is, whether it's kind of spiritual, mental, physical, vocational, financial. Did I say vocational? I'm not sure I said vocational, and social. So the 7 value areas of life. And in one of those areas will be your highest value. And that's what your why is. And that's where you start. That's where you start, by trying to find something to be grateful for within that value area. And if you can do that, all of a sudden it puts everything else into insignificance. Now, it might still be significant. I don't think that whatever bad is happening, you just think about what you're grateful for and everything's solved. It's not. But it allows you to kind of be happy for what you have, and it can put you in a better state of mind for when you tackle whatever that extreme adversity may be. So that's something that I use. It's a technique that I use, and it usually always lifts me. On top of that, I come out and I do this running vlog where I always feel better when I'm running, in terms of the being out in nature, the positive endorphins that exercise kind of encourages, and then the kind of vlog is my therapy. It just instantly, a problem shared is a problem halved, and just by going through this exercise today, I immediately feel better. So I thank you for that. But yeah, that's it for me today. Questions or comments, drop me a line. Anything relevant, I'll respond to. But if you believe in my mission of saving the lives of children by attempting the ultimate ultramarathon of run vlogging on consecutive days, distance all over the world, barefoot style, do give this a subscribe, share, like and comment. As the more people we get in front of, the more money we raise, the more children's lives we save, which is why I do this every single day. Thank you as always. Stay positive, stay happy. I'll see you again tomorrow.